But once you come out and you are studying what is going, the trend that is going on now, you come out with certain solutions. Say, listen, you can do it this way or that way, and it will help the nation move forward. And the way that people had some bitterness against him, no. What I keep on saying in say ebia oye bonia eye bonia yen fan chempoa nanka nyankopon ma onwu such a peaceful death. It is say nyankopon ma obi to say onu ewu such a peaceful death. You as a human being, why don't you want to forgive? Why don't you want to let go? Some of us has been or have been part of his excesses. My papa now a penny or Ghana Cocoa Marketing Board.
Oh, okay.
They were the first people to be sacked, say almost the office in cocoa go a friend saying farmlands no so almost to be cause side. And they were the first people to be sacked. I suffered that but I asked myself, did he have a point at that time? Yes, he could have a point. Because yes, we are penny. And so we make sure say Koko ni ade egu hono omo a wa ma musika omo ye adwuma no ese omo de ba ebia you've given that order, but did you follow it up to the end? Oh, so little mistakes na ye no na emma or mine ekechi inti I let go and I said, listen, maybe he was doing it for the good of this nation, so what's the big deal? Inti say ebia mensen are fine. My dad is gone now, may his soul rest in peace. Time excesses na ba ya ye kunkum crofoni ade no. People say we come papa, so why should I be nice to him? It's past and gone. Your father is no more. One day your father will go. One day we will all die. So what is the big fuss? We should know that death is inevitable. Inti say enempo ye can say Rollins ayade onu sumpo to me kwa. Then who are we? Yeah. We let go and live life. Live life being nice to people, being charitable to people. Yen buan crofona mpuntu bimba kremu. Yen buan crofona people who are in the dungeons. People are bibin sono enkaomo na emfa mpuntu umbra. And that is why ye ko kanina no yen papa yen bibia o mampenyin na akufado. I love the way Oba into office first time no, he brought all the former heads of states together. Let us sit down and reason and think about this country. Let us unite and make sure that we fight and develop this country, because the first and foremost thing it's about your country first. We'll all make mistakes.
I remember what was about. It's for bet me joining me on Facebook. We are streaming now on Facebook. The air course our Black Star Square biano say ocean on Facebook. Which me their air course bia. Join us on Facebook. Na yamfa the air course biano yamfamro. Yeah, afraid
to round up. Na so it me akakakra no. At the end of the day, no, yepe oman puntu. Inti oman so be here. That's when we are all united for one common purpose, one common destiny, and we shouldn't forget the legacy that Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings eja behind. He talked about probity and accountability. Yen who say more or minor. Yeah, the Asha Nsem say you should be accountable to the people of this country. Bibia ubeye bia ese eso nkrofo ese emma mpuntu obi ba nkrofo abrabom ese emma omanum peja no ho ekosro to another level. Inti ye besre say ya ma odwuma say ya eno nche say ebia eman no ye wodea. Ye nyina ye ma mpuntu obi aba. Let us leave a legacy behind. Let us leave a name ebema ye nyina ye be hu say oman no ye ba no he so ya yedu ha. So baby. Let us unite.
Thank you.
Medasepa
sana pay wodwene breakfast sana medical kan manya milo na enne bema ahode a wo hia de ahye da no ase na the morning nyina no wetimi aye active milo inu anu nro enko a ene gwo mu ya aye kokoo ne de milk and afi malt de afra and mo fra ne de eboa wo mo milo the energy food drink of future champions FD and Sasha here Tony
me da se na ma chia etiefo na hwefo nyina no
etiefo joso
na ka se asida ne nyame die baby odiga na edu ene yeni so ya bakosem esronku na BBI do by sustaining a democratic regime for 28 years has been well thought through and fashioned out. Say a constitution in 28 years, the longest. And sa constitution she share and amontu adwin to atoa any ehusem nyina somebody instrumentally was behind it. And I always say all the constitutions are lasting a constitution in D4 one wa school do it no mu chroy that the year 28 years I ever call to maybe this we are say a constitution team mu for chroy and crankro bibiara the chena adwin and sa adwin pona papa ye oda ho ene a ye gya no kwan enya ye bo Ghana fo anu say munchira mo adwin the way amu say oman no ye de koke bi mami kebi ebe kono obi afa na adwin bra sa adwin pono nya no mi giri say nyankopo bi ena dum no dis anyankopo na wa frɛ na ene no ɔde ne ba so ɔmbe bibi mbua oman Ghana Africa ni wiase nyina nti ene say Rollins da ho na untenase yeah you need to go and find out who the man Rollins is. How did he start? How did he come? How did he end? Like him, hate him. He is the man for the people. Knowing him far and close, I know say no cardinal principles. 1, discipline. 2, hunindie. Perperio. Nukredie. Any niama ebeboa say Ghana any obia benya that unity of purpose through his reign and rule. Niama bebresi now only close allies we close a drink come out say Rollins say on himself ube yusu ni rule e de bibia embuana so nyawa onfa ho nchew that you see most of those things happen mostly at the blind side of him, but I can't say we say the bar stop with the leader, and he has never shied away from those excesses. He has stood by them, defended them, and make sure say prepare your baby say no or the two. And it's with mixed feelings.
Yeah.
Because on your beer or believe say ho. And I believe say he prepared himself for whatever will happen to him any day and friend. So he lived a life full of nsema ene. It's hard so benya nsem boni bebraka afane ho. In as much as now buying about with some excesses. Today, tributes Bebrea Apono is about what he has done for mankind. And most of us in our 40s today, our survival has largely been, say, he appeared on the scene at the time the country was no ultimate church in Ghana. He appeared and sacrificed a certain lifestyle in giving justice to Ghana. People's Kalabule time, Crawford store, ye breaki ye chenyama manipa, people will not be happy. But at that time, we'll be someone who say, why were you having all those hordes? Nanipa comedino. But one Obusian for so far, sir, Niamano, they will not be happy. But almost some young coffee, sir, Niamano, almost some happy. So these are the issues. But Nino, Ghana, Enya, Fapimbi, and so, bon person, I mean, funny cry. On Chichibusian for Nema, these young 4 children with the wife, Aweja. And close and extended family, we need that unity of purpose. And yet, na Rollins be and unnecessary bickering, lamentation, and some rubbish will be surrounding his name. Rollins is not a coward; he's a legend, and I would never believe one day say Rollins could hide certain things in his life. That's who as an assassin and phone be PAP. I don't believe it, but people are ready to create. People are ready to create stories.
Tony,
create issues, and they will have media anchor them to propagate their rubbish.
Anthony Nupeno
Rollins is a legend. His name will never be tarnished.
Tony,
tarnished because he has a name that will forever lives in our hearts.
Rollins is free me.
Good he has done for mankind.
Assembly in the SCA.
And I'll pay 1 year be studio. Then I'll be one phobia metina. One phobia metina can send.
Oh, and then so go straight to the point.
I won't go to
why do you
I will not
have
be a vessel to anchor any rubbish. Let's nip those things in the bud and give the man a resounding
I just don't leave it. I
want to go there, but I'm telling you, say, or not you alone. Those using social media, those using other media platform to anchor this bipolar nonsense.
Say, my meno issue. Yeah, man, listening here.
Listening here,
journalism here,
listening here to rubbish. Say me, ya catch me say 20 or so 30 years ago, say Mbapani Obi. Na man ko hwehwe no wu answer na mininam
but you listen to her. And you say Papa no we ya na oyi nani o.
Have you ever heard her before?
But she's been here. I've had a chat
and when
with
she's telling that you believe her
over 1 hour.
And you believe her for
after.
Sorry, today
or after the death.
Long before
the death.
As far as 20s, 21.
And I'll tell that.
No, but Anthony, I think we should be fair to the woman. We shouldn't judge her outright.
Be fair to rubbish.
I think we should be fair.
I will not be fair to rubbish. There are developmental issues that we should talk about.
Anthony Nupeno.
I will not take it.
That's it. Alfred,
the blood is still there.
Alfred, Mama, Anthony, the chair. I know him. Something baby on the number.
You can ask him. Listen to the person or don't listen to the person. I bet you ask what can say some fun rubbish. Media no coping with.
Nobody there just me out. I'm going to meet me. I'm going to meet me.
We travel having armor. Oh yes, I know.
I'm going to meet me. Alfred, Mammy, and brought back to her away from baby na Tony Edinam. You know the principles are not former president or standing for probity, accountability, social justice. Moving forward, say where yes free as a nation, how do we carry on with some of these key principles without looking at which political party is in power? Because this is the founder of the Fourth Republic, and Odessa Ejapadi Ediajain. Alfred.
Yeah, accountability. Accountable to who? To the people who voted for you.
Absolutely.
Accountable to make sure that whatever you are putting in place, is in the interest of the people. Whether they love it, whether it's good for them, whether it's a necessity at that point in time. Inti sanyamana na ubeshena ubdeye your accountability. And that is why in this Fourth Republic they developed as a friend is saying information or a town hall meetings. Ebema nkofetu me bisa Mpensenpensenmu ni ade. And under this a digitization we realize say see ade ye project impo wo ho a under your district or your constituency or anything, it's immediately displayed. So you know how much it cost, you know how much went into it, you know how much what projects are being held under your constituency. Into it brings some openness in the governance of the country, and that is what we expect from everyone. Now, when we talk about probity, we should probe into everything that is going on, but it should be a positive probe. When you expect and you want situations where, especially where you want your opposition to stand firm and support you, fighting you in a positive way. When we say fighting you in a positive way, meaning that say, oh, yeah, BBA, now omo counter. They counter with a productive or a message or a counter argument or counter thing anaka omobeye anaka bema impontu no ayeye. So when you are also probing what you are doing now, a man will chance no to realize say, okay, Kwame ana party we na say na ka yebe na sa adent na yen na sa ye na sa ka be buana, so that every time when you are taking a step, you watch your back and make sure that you are doing the right thing. Because if the other person can probe and come out with a better offer, it tells you that what you are doing could be wrong or should be corrected. And that is what we expect opposition to do and other political parties to come in to do. Well, it shouldn't be like as the whole Fourth Republic has been. Winner takes all. Not every time it's winner takes all, and it's what the winner does that is the perfect thing. And when opposition is coming, they just criticize without any positive offers or positive counter offers. These are things that it helps, and we expect that we should all work together. And one thing I'm at now say I share or croppy mune say ye pempuntu or mine no ma say yenina yaba together. Yenina ye dream back. Say we want to move the country from point A to point B. Sa we timi wa kame we ne koso we. When there's always this disjoint you don't really feel the development of the country. And yes, also na a hard dream p. Yes, also a man impuntu na ye no ekoso. Inti yebesre, yebe pacho, yebe kase, yen na yen ye bako, na yen ma omain injina ne nanso ye. Because ye ma omain na ye ma yen na. So omain na ye. Na wo fie say wo be take over ayen ye no. Wo beba no na nyama pii e bia na say. Because there wasn't that unity of purpose. We should have ade aye friend no bronbeka unity of purpose. Yen na yen fa adwen baako. Na yen adwen say ha na ye pese ye do. Yen na yen ye adwuma ne ndu ho. Say bibi koso na ya, and I'm glad that we have a split parliament. Even though the yen ye wo plus one more no, at least it gives us checks and balances. And I expect and I hope and I pray say the opposition will use it in a positive way.
Okay.
Ebeboa or mine. Yes, say they'll use it in an antagonistic way. Ebe mine or mine assign nechi ana ebechi ana ebeche for development to come.
Okay.
Let us work together. Let us have that purpose. Let us have that mind. Yenim say ebema impuntu kesie ebeba or mine, so that one day so almost beje or mine we can also work together and make sure that they also push the nation forward. Nkakran. Na ebema o mine ejina ne nanso yi.
Okay, but I say Alfred Thompson, Tony,
yeah,
my member also, the principles and how we can continue as a nation na etimi abua moving forward, etimi abua mo mine etimi akwanenim.
See principles na West Policy as say no enye enyina na etiasi. You don't really understand Butaye Etechi. And when you say, if you actually every word or different meanings before everybody. Until be out the way I probity, I say, social justice,
accountability.
Yes. The way I say, until the application cannot be uniformism in a uniform state. But the Rollins who couch these words has a way of applying it. And no application, and non-crofubenya, Kofi Munya issue with him on the way he applied the principles behind probity, social justice, accountability. But you see, there was something in the revolution that I call revolution eats its own men. So there were times revolutionaries called Nyama and Nede, and he executed even them, and people thought it was too excessive. The revolution doesn't mean say you take the law into your hands and perpetrate crime against humanity. And so one you feel say they've done things against the state. Now state now find out guilty and they be taken to firing squad and executed. Now more you are behind, you are practicing this thing. He will not leave you go because people first say he should have protected people. That is the Rollins for you. He is the double-edged sword. Which woman is able to cut you, woman is able to cut you. So you must have a straight road of working with him. And until for me, he living today. Near maybe more a course 31st December a buyer to stay for 11 years to stop all the coups to give us democracy. And then about 400% of those things are happening. And we are not doing anything about it. The corruption level in this country today, the fault in this country today, prices of goods that goes up anyhow without any reasoning.
And you think it started just today?
Mankas started from today.
Okay.
But here with democracy, people feel we can do things the way we like.
Okay.
From January 1st to today, look at the number of times fuel prices are possible. As if we don't have regulator in this country. The moment I see a set up regulators, and Nyama Bebre Atosin. People don't want to agree with me. Say, look at the food qualities we have today and the food quality we had when we didn't have the FDAs and the Ghana Standard Boards. And then moment I see a standard authority or put standardization. Your Food and Drugs Authority, so much check the efficacy of what you put in. And then money the poisons, the toxic. But these are the same regulators who will go after Omuye Nyamapano. Koyen Krasi, Nekosho Momuye quality Bibi Drew, Omudisa Yaria, Obetia Betina Hospital for 10 years. I want Yarisa. But some Crofunu Mona Ebe issue FDA, and they are called regulator down. Ebe Kumon business. So we are not putting the regulator at its best, you say, Timemufobenya business are sustaining. But go and look at the medicines that come from the Indians and other things. Say, subject to the straight regulatory tests that they will never pass. And these are the toxic we are drinking in this country. But Timemuni Beye Edruno, not the Ghanaian regulator, are regulating it down. So where is the social justice? Are you getting me?
Yes.
Where is the transparency? Where is the probity? Because the highest bidder is given the opportunity to do what? Do the kind of things he can do. But you will do the right thing, but because you cannot put anything somewhere, you are not given the opportunity. And no person di Boni Okruma, ude kuhuneto Land Cruiser. Police didn't check you. Soldier didn't check you. You have a free day. This is the kind of thing we do to ourselves. And for me, we need to have a conscious social orientation that we are all saying, say, enough of this nonsense that we are doing in this country. The pollution in the country, from the clergy through education, everything. And then I am Marshall School.
Well, surprisingly, Tony, they acquire just rhetoric.
Of course, yes, because we are all saying it and nobody is putting the right steps to say, I'm fighting it. When you say you want to fight it, you have people who are against you and you will not survive it. Go and read our curriculums today. Then they actually am. Now, no me can be obi catch me say, how would Damba or Hubachocho or Gahu or Kundum Festival bring to the life of a child? But your child is being taught karaoke, salsa, any of culture. You said who culture dancer ewo krum ha enye money kanko but obi die onsia what would bring.
So I think there should be a deliberate attempt.
There should be a conscious social orientation. Say we are putting government to street fair. Sikebi na uji ewa mananinti edi bibi show curriculum no. Emwa.
Okay.
You have a challenge in this country.
Tony, but if I'm messa about hobby, say unte ya.
Emotional. Because some of these things when you want to
I understand.
And it's a challenge, say. Omanu, the executive is wrong, the legislature is wrong, the judiciary is wrong, and you, the fourth realm.
It's also wrong.
Oh.
The opposition is also wrong.
I'm not talking about
I'm talking about everybody.
I said about party here.
But I'm talking about everybody now. That everybody is wrong. Because we become too partisan.
You want to bring the NDC and politics
no,
here.
We become too partisan when we are taking or bringing out some of these things. That's
is it the MPP that has always formed the executive?
No, I'm saying
but I think that for the first time, Tony here this morning has I mean, generalized the whole thing. I don't know. Say what
I say, make say, like what Rollins said, positive defiance. No, when we are criticizing, it should be a positive where we are bringing alternatives. You have to measure alternatives. Even the person who is working will sit on his toes. But when you don't have alternatives, when you don't have Baby, would they counter their work and it's just like an open-ended it looks political, especially when it comes from someone who is not whether MPP or NDC. So whether we were in party, we were in power or we are not in power. That is how it works. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying
I am talking about arms of government. And it's not opposition. Opposition arms of government.
And check.
Their only duty is to hold the government in check.
We're talking about the state
journalists are the fourth realm. Don't we know that opposition is also a realm of to check government?
Maybe your definition.
You don't know that opposition is to check government?
Parliament.
The main opposition party.
They are there. Both are there. So that is why we used to be a checker on the executive. But you see, he's talking about alternative and other things. How would the alternative come? The alternative in say, me who CJ, your product be on me. CJ Ghana ni. Nyanya do nim die bi. Or ye jume bi. But ABR standard I penal undo ye. The efficacy of the product has not reached. The regulator Nejuma say, I invite you to be able to understand your methodology in applying and bringing that product. Now what? But you don't use the stroke of the pen just write down, say, no, you're banning product, When you know, say you could have done it for that product to become viable. That is what I've always been saying. Say the FDA and the standard board, they should run down innovations. Regulate and bring innovations to standard. By running it down, it has killed the Ghanaian businesses too much.
Okay. On that score, I think that I couldn't agree with you more. Holiday, Alfred Crown also. I
agree with that we should help build our own.
Yeah.
We should help support our own. Baby, coaching na you to me aye abwa na ya abwa na kakran. That is how we can only grow our own. I remember one time the president friend or beside say na say you to me form Disneyland, for example. You say Disneyland, but say Disneyland or formulate how he wants to do Disneyland wana dream. No the buyer, no new collateral or no share. And the bank supported him, and today look at Disneyland. I didn't know to me here the same thing with Ghana. I didn't know that say yeah, banks near DSA BGA. She said collateral CAB says the new regulation say about 130% of your collateral should be against the loan you are taking. Otherwise, no. Initially now you are writing loan off and you have to put in your books. When you were saying that, I sat down and I said that no, this man is speaking a lot of sense that we are not helping our own. We rather want to always bring the outside my friends say excess goods or P not the excess na be go ha so ya ton ye fi say ye ton cheap ye boy ye ho ana ye ku ye ho Meanwhile, we are killing our industries,
Yeah.
and we have every raw material. As you say, we have everything here to build our own. But why are we not doing it?
Well, I mean, Kyle said one thing, rent to own. You can say, Drew Ghana, rent to own. We the planned city extension project, rent to own, and have a landed house ownership scheme. And mebo amanye ede achewi Ningo Pram District Assembly NIPDA and one ne partners Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development and a UN Habitat or Makambumu. And be smart. Where you live matter. Where you trade matter. Apply now. Na afi also so where you rent to own or rent here. Na utimuna na afi abeya odia. Enti Shannon Sosa apply now on a home or a fully serviced commercial land or a space now. Don't forget to join our affiliate housing cooperatives now. It is special offers last up to 31st March 2021. Enti jisa contact si na jinche mu wase bisebia omumwa na onsonya anuyi 055 5530 055 5530 and a 0577 911 101 0577 911 101 and you chat on here 055 705 4635 055 705 4635 website and also www.newaccra.city. Planned city extension project shaping Ghana's urban future. If 2nd April 2021 okoye momo transaction bia kai so the valid national ID card ebeko that me abo o transaction no ho eban. That's why we are good together. We and share from MTN the aba enti share so share 2nd April 2021. Well, 6 minutes to 10. Nundumpe muna ya sorry so but Tony, any Alfred, but say a COVID you want some kakra. I think that is getting alarming. Osha cases, you know, and the overstretched health facilities. You see, almost all the health facilities on my enra metie GM before now to say and some no any so and pay me by me check Ghana Health Service. Not new cases, you know, 616 new cases. 616 new cases, active cases 3,813, and a confirmed cases as we speak 62,751. Nipa 377, and Ashura Wamunkwa. Anthony.
Yes, even today's confirmed cases, you know, that when they take samples, so it tells you it's a backlog information in now, and you take sample at the 30 positivity. About 3-4 days ago. And he said the FN and Ra and what I did. And aside that, you know, one more test, you know, what is the format? On one or more Nantico hospital, we are not contact tracing. And let me test it positive. In fact, in 2 and a month come fee and Corani a bush and 4. You better test you near isolating. You say almost maybe 1 week after symptoms in sure almost hospital. So it tells you say we are not doing much as we started when COVID rec room her and a tracy contact random sampling so we're able to cut spread within communities and even workplaces. Bene the way Nipani Benya even so test no crampa obako tinefi 3 days after test results no ba na so test here answer na yakotwi na fifi enti no more result aba ya ken afi na yakotwi omu on spread here. So what are we doing? Enti I want to see a pragmatic and more proactive steps from Ghana Health Service. Any one Eyoma said here again, so no, we share family settings. The way you know, ebimu nipani fili symptoms are a year COVID, but because of inconvenience, isolation is very difficult. And that spread is always on the rise. Me can say, no me be friend me. I'm say Ganoff MC also can in near Shebai.
Yeah.
The my bush and fire. Me can say our continuous waiting on the West, some Benya vaccines are my, I believe ebedi emiamo. Na me can say on mine no per se yeso adi anwa. We should challenge our pharmaceutical industries and our herbal medicine producers.
You mean the local?
Yes. I believe they can find a vaccine and they can find in Nora ebetimi edia because Mimi GD said in I have been draw a work room her ebetimi aso adia no, but just that we have not challenged it. And ye binu so ye nyasa mindset ni say it's only the Western drug that can cure me. Obi wo ho yare diabetes. What try no nyina nya. Ya ka chen say o papa yi enia diabetes edro. Asawe, but his love and taste for the Western appetite in it. Or the one that thing is happening in this country. And it all boils down to again our regulation. They draw away they say, when we could have standardized and put it best. Until we can wear all the masks, we can do all the hand washing, sanitizer, whatever. But if we don't challenge the system to give us in raw a way, I believe so. Because some of us have fought this thing through consistent use of neem tree, cooked neem tree, and the steam bath. And I believe it has helped us because say we mingle with people. So by going through that system of steaming yourself with neem tree and other this thing, and then cooking precursor with garlic, ginger, and taking hot with the sobolo leaves, I've never tested positive. But I've come in contact with people who have tested positive. Some have even gone critical. So I believe if every 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 1 week, it should be a practice. How much is precursor? It should be your own practice. Media konyaba mi ko jum mi ko juma mi ko mini ni pe share there. The possibility says virus let me atare me hu ayemi ayaka akadinu. Let me do ABCD. I believe we can be it can be more preventive than say ube no go test positive and sana. You'll be running helter skelter.
Okay.
To look for medicine. Now fufi and tuata now system nye edding uampum enisa hondeno to be able to withstand it. You go critical and go ICU. Now akwe Insembebri. It even a message. Obi biara ewo asedie so born home by. As to school reopening others, we are all having mixed feelings, but in
fact, for instance, what is the Ghana Medical Association? I'm propose. It said in Kebeya the enforcement on public gatherings, a year and sorry, near the no, yensan farm review. Na
it's about regulating it.
Enforcement.
Yes, because there was still a number for church and other districts. But say Jim. There was a number for funeral.
In fact, there was a number of hours, 2 hours for gatherings. But say
1 hour.
Yeah, it was 1 hour. Yeah.
Enforcement any honor. And it tells you the indiscipline within our body fiber. Say you can say let's work within this duration. And then maybe traffic or crew. Now, Mr. Sentin, where is everybody going? Me, these days, media house is quite a frame here. I think 2-3 before I'll tell you I'll come, I'll not come. Because why should I risk myself, knowing very well, say, environmental issues are becoming challenging to all of us. Let's all try and put in the measures and make sure, say, after the call for lockdown, me I disagree. Masa, 3 weeks lockdown, has the economy recovered? And you're calling for a lockdown again. Where is the food for people to go and lockdown and chop? After that talk there, yeah. Let's enforce what we can enforce.
Okay.
To regulate it. Than calling for a lockdown.
Me that's it, Anthony. Alfred.
Yeah.
The issue of COVID.
Yeah. It's a tough issue. Nancy and I share what social media. Maybe a interview in Madina market. Minim say we musa na. No can say a nose mask in the omunche. Na time ya koto aba ni ade ne de ya ma mo koto aba. Omo wie na say omunche nose mask. Na yeah, Nkrofo, I don't know, say omunti dia air na say ana den you. It's a sad issue. The president can only issue a fiat. The president cannot go from industries, from institutions, other places. Say, no check it. Say, Nkrofo ye na omon ye. Or expect to say the institutions will take, the leaders of the institutions, will take it upon themselves. The police, the military, the other, to say GPRT union there they are expected to put in measures ebe check Nkrofo from doing the wrong thing, because oka say men ko my night clubs there na say say one of the mates say omo ye interview na omo kan say omo ko mpoano say den na ye ka jam say it's closed, and I said this is a good year. Say applaud say it's not about money making, but how to save lives. Say me nua Mosi Tony Ken say when Haley my friend say name tree na do it every now and then to make sure that you are safe, because now the death rate is like obi enu means you fine obi nya COVID they can go and do contact tracing in 1 or 2 places, but minim say omo ye bi, but they can't do all, because now the rate is like Mosi air kono. I don't think they even have the personnel to be running around every second. Moko baby. Last meeting, you say, "Oh, sikafo yare." Inti inform. When I'm so sir, do you know why you don't hear people down there complaining? Say, "Omunya COVID no." It's because of the amount involved. To main check it. But the number of people are omu into these contacts ebia omunya omu nima omu and we don't have any statistics to show say ebia man yo wuyana we or wuyano from this village and from this place ebia COVID na ekono. So what we are getting is what we know, but it could be more.
Yeah.
Into your best yes, say she nose mask. Most of the time, we say for a long time, we produce a catch and say, "Oh, and I'm saying, I don't go out. Weekend in mo ye 3. Obia ni nyina ye frɛ me se menko. Me say donation on mo pay. We can send it via Momo. Na ye send it here na mo de ma mo say donation on our behalf. But me say I will not be there because I won't go to a place you're exposing growth for more than even 10. And when I go me share my mask because I can't because yes, it's stuffy and it's difficult to breathe sometimes. But I don't stay at a place for more than even an hour. I don't stay there for more than an hour. Into me buy and then Martina me can ma sana me ba no. Into me banana me start ye wie pepa makoti na me kan na me ko. Me no bia ani asem. Wo hwe me a.
You say oba yin so kra
me hand sanitizer, me nose mask shame. I don't have any issue with anybody.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go.
Mama say, "Oh, your friends say me yes and me sanitizer."
Yeah.
And I say I have my own sanitizer here.
But don't take your temperature.
Me take a temperature. But me so with sanitizer ma. Ebi ana obi so ekosum na ama me infection. I don't do that.
Until let's be conscious of what we are doing. Let us all get involved. Last year, call station BOB saying, your friends say even the government hasn't sent PPs to the schools near there. Apparently, they've sent it to all the districts and they are to distribute it. But maybe someone will say, what are the parents also doing? Because maybe by a school, even though say government will provide at least nose masks enough for hand sanitizers, basic things, basic hygiene. Last week I thought area around East Legon side, 2 young ladies are moving school. And they were standing amongst people and no one was saying it. And I said, why your nose mask? I said, oh, what do you mean? Do you know what you are putting yourself into? Make the other girl original in him hono or you in a mask when you go to go no or share.
Imagine.
And this one was looking at me and was walking away still on person sharing the mask. Now catch and say, you can die easily because of this. Well, we should all get involved in this. It's a national problem.
It's an
international.
I mean, the new strain, it's deadlier than
a cool easily, whether new or old. A cool easily. Yeah. I mean, if unfortunately for you have some underlying conditions, and a lot of people. Let me tell you the truth. Most hospitals are full. They are filled up. Local hospitals, I catch also a higher man. Go to most of the hospitals. I
don't know, Dr. Justice Yankson, Ghana Medical Association.
Most of the hospitals are here, and people are seriously getting it. Well, and unfortunately, make I time I started, in a minimum, I call one of the hospitals or airports because of a main body. But you do hono not on to me breathing. It wasn't COVID, but we have this asthmatic AEO in family. Into your core, and almost taking the COVID. No, say your uncle they'll get back to her. Now, but we came because of her breathing problem. What has been done? No, saying they have to check off the first near. And I'm saying no problem. Yeah, for about 2 weeks. No of ye. Now still on to me breathing. Yeah. And so I called the hospital and I'm saying, what is happening? Yeah, but because of this problem. Up to now, my here result in of COVID. 1 year that day, the next day, my friend will be my friend saying COVID now, but negative. Now I say, but now what do you do about everything? No call you, the doctor saying because it take you 2 weeks until they have to check COVID again. And I'm saying, you think I come to pay another COVID test?
Whose fault?
I mean, what is going on? I'm coming to pay another COVID test, and it's a private hospital. Well, and I said, this is extortion. Because me believe say you people want to check what is really wrong with her. And right now, my sister's hospital there, I am COVID cases in one or more. And it's sad because second time I call hospital, all they needed to do was to put the stabilizer on her. Within 1 hour, she was able to breathe well, and after now, she hasn't got an attack again.
You mean no man or ventilator? No
ventilator, no the man or stabilizer, and that is it. Just this. But sorry to say, if around that time, you can say, COVID,
yeah.
You see what is going on. So sometimes also, I believe say medical associations near the end, they should also up their game. It's for the president to issue their fiat because it's coming from them. Say, oh, munyesa. You bet you can say you're closing all the schools down, you're closing all the hospitals, you're closing everywhere down. But if people are still going to contact it, they'll contact it. We should all get involved in fighting this. GPRTU, metina meka mumu obitin trotro front seat. Baku share mask. And Mr. say, what is going on? Ya catch him say munshare mask. No mask, no entry. Because of scanning, why are you taking the passenger? Let people understand. Say, I will not take you in my car. All these things are dangerous area. It may affect you easily. Into mesre, idea air consono is nothing we should joke about. And you Ghana, it's not Ghana, it's international. Britain says here, lockdown view. Other countries are doing lockdown because now the way the thing is going on, and no one should sit down and say that they are waiting for a vaccine to come. No one should sit down and wait for a vaccine. There are basic things you say to say precursor can to say name tree time unya malaria the blanket kata fever the share hot very hot water muna blanket kata bed 3, 4, 5 minutes. And I used it when I contacted this thing, COVID. I had it.
Okay.
I'm telling you. And for 2 weeks, they came to check me. I called them to the house. I felt very uneasy. And I'm checking me off near there. For 2 weeks, now Mama me drew near there. My funny, still at the end. The following week, I decided, listen, I'm going to do the name tree. So I started doing the name tree 1 week at the Enoko. When they came to check me, I was okay. Now I said, why are we wasting our time? With a Mark says, the vaccine.
I mean, educators, how was the experience? I mean, what did you do with the neem tree?
And apart every morning, men hot water. Now on the neem tree number, then they just rinse it because of the dust in the end. So they just rinse it. I put it in a bucket. And I put the hot water on it. And when I'm the blanket now cover me until for about 5 minutes, when I come out, I'll be sweating. And I open my eyes because I want it to enter the eyes.
Steam.
You
inhale it.
So it goes through your throat.
You inhale it. You see your eyes burning, but don't close it. Let it go through you. I'm telling you, within a matter of 1 hour, you realize
you'll be naked.
You are a different. You should be naked.
Okay.
No dress, nothing. I mean, just naked and sitting on a stool or something and cover yourself. You realize, it goes out of you. And I did it for 1 week. I'm telling you, I'm gonna check him and nothing.
Wow.
So why should I go and say that I'm a vaccine answer? Let us be real. Let us believe in our own. Let us start doing the things that ever buying. And the mere fact say me yes and say I shouldn't cover my nose or I shouldn't use my sanitizer.
Alfred, since you have had the experience in enforcement, you see, I know you are an ambassador because you've been there. You've seen it.
I've been there.
Yes,
I've seen it.
Yes,
I felt it.
Yes, you felt it.
A friend of mine or call my friend saying Holland. Or can experience. And let me tell you the truth. Sometimes when you're there now, who say it's like you are dying. In the evening I can't sleep. I'm in an air condition and I'm sweating.
Wow.
Mada 5 minutes. Na miniate. Na me say mempani na afo. And I was taking all these almost vitamins, zinc. Almost my drove through the 4. And I was taking it and I was just sweating and everything. And my taste bud was so bad. Me dish
you don't have a smell. You don't feel anything.
Mempo smell no amba me ho, but the taste.
The taste go.
Bibia come no man nyame
de.
I really could not eat much. But another thing so Mpenny say, when you say walk shempim. You should always be active. Walk around on your compound. Walk. Don't give the
virus the
chance to get you down. It's wrong. I was always working, cleaning my house, doing this, doing that, moving up and down here there. But I was also taking the precautionary measures. And I didn't allow anyone to come to the house. But all closed. Borders. And sometimes, no beja or kitchen, because I had one person who had a kitchen, so beja kitchen, I don't know that time I me share me day. Or copet na me pie, na ma kofa me duane, na me di, na me walking around me here the SMA. Sanitizing myself and everything. It's a mess. I didn't a ding. And it's here for some time. My friend Diagro say, Ebia, ya beka say, oh, don't go.
In fact, Ukraine is here for some time. It's here to stay. It has come to live with us.
Oh, I believe after some time it will go. I believe it will go after some time.
Well,
it was done to make money, and people make money out of it. So, but at the moment, it's here with us. What should we do to make sure, say, at the end in change? What measures should we put in place? It starts with you. The president, the executive, the whoever it is can put laws in place. But at the end of the day, so one check it their own pen and life. And one thing people should know is that when you die of COVID, the body is not yours again. Inti say wojen say bia ye no beto laying you in states ni ye be it won't happen. It won't happen.
You don't fall why you rubber be atchire ho na say
because they can't leave you. Even though you are dead and the virus, everything is soaked up and everything, they don't want to take the chances. So you now become the state aid and don't bury you quietly. So now you go out of life quietly. It's in Crawford, so measures are put in place. Please, you can say don't go out without wearing your nose mask. Please abide by it. And what do you actually need? A lot of people are working in town and who hear some crew. A lot of people
only you may be
or cockroom. Time idea is starting. Make I say now Obi driving from Winnipeg to Accra or say Obeshe the Ekoso. Yeah, can
you imagine?
Yeah, lockdown. I don't move no. Or say Obeshe the Ekoso or crew. Or drive back just to come and inhale and get this disease and or virus and go back home and go and die, or go and give it to other people and die. I mean, come on, let us be real. Yeah. Who say idea Ekoso no thing, but we need to social distancing. The way you set,
in fact,
the way you cover yourself.
Or sharing England or say, CJ, good morning. Reference to COVID-19 pandemic here in England. Truly, we are in total lockdown. Some of us we are working from home, and if you are walking without the nose mask and you get in contact with the police, you get a spot fine. You can't go out to the supermarket without wearing the nose mask. CJ, this is
simple.
Ubia.
School, dear, no, say, in this tiring times, no, it's unfortunate, say, for almost a year, no, it's been closed, schools have been closed down. Because it started in March. And during that time, man, they started closing down the schools near there.
Okay.
So it got to a time we needed to come back to
Alfred and Anthony. I'm saying it's a crossover to Black Star Square. Na tribute, pour in, so we can go and pick a couple of them as we speak. Nana Kuredo Ajima Rollins and all kind the tribute. Now we am say. I mean, Nana, can the Amanoti. You better call quickly enough. You no ama Puma drinks. And almost as Mpensenpensenmu ya de Ebrewo. Enti yanko Black Star Square. Na yanko kotie tribute no ebi.
For me, so I say farewell with the words of Rachel Wallace. He's the kaleidoscope of the rainbow, the chuckle of the stream, the lark's glad call, the lily's perfume. He is the bud on the branch, the rich gleam of the fox's fur, the shy gaze of a fawn, the small cloud caught in a crate of trees. He is the gold that crowns the daffodils, the whisper in the wind, the song in the rain, the story of the seasons. He is life and love, the beginning and the end, an hour, a day, an eternity. Rest in perfect peace, my love. May you watch over us all.
The wife, Nana Kuredo Ajima Rollins, read by Princess Amina. Commander, this is the most...
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't
extremely well.
be afraid.
Very few
no,
people can read
I won't
mommy's
be
tributes
afraid.
and read the way
Just
she
as
did.
long
Yes, she's done
as you
excellent.
stay